gonna have to place the angle of the table on the door while in the attic at McDonald's, and we're gonna have to empathize while on the roof of the Empire State Building while we're eating cheeseburgers with Donald Trump himself.
Yeah, so I like what you're doing there, but we gotta rewind a little bit back to the rhombus of the angle of the door because we also gotta send that to Jupiter because so the aliens know we're here, and if we look at the hat to the car wash, then we'll know that the car race has been finished.
Um, so with that car race being finished, we're gonna have to place Joe Biden at outer space while we're over here playing our computers, eating Whoppers for a living while sitting at the angle of the door while empathizing on top of the desk table while at school learning how to pop the gritty on fools and we're gonna be we're gonna be the best people in the world. We're gonna become zillionaires. You know.
See, I like what you're doing there with the with the rec with the rectangular prism, but we also got to look at the backpack to the school because, like you said, you had to go to school, and we also got to look at the clock of the tower of you were saying, and we also got to look at the water because, like, the water just it's over flooding the to the space, so we just gotta go ahead and flip that around. So we also got to look at the rectangular prism to the bucket. So yeah.
Yeah, to that bucket, we're gonna have to look at the curvature of the sky. You know, we got to look at the curvature of many things. We got to you know we got to pop the gritty on Donald Trump while he's eating the grass while he's empathizing on how to fly a boat in the desert at 500,000 miles per hour while he is barrel rolling into the door and while he's sitting on the roof.
All right, so basically, if we look at the retrospective, see, I like what you're doing there with the root concept, but we also got to rewind a little bit because you forgot the most important part, which was the philosophy of the coin. Because if we look at the coin, and it has two sides, right?
Yeah,
So basically, we're just gonna flip that to the side that is the third side, so we have three people. And with those three people, we're gonna go ahead and go to the car wash because Uncle Larry, he is not happy with the whole trapezoid religion. So we gotta go ahead and just go to the moon because he's trying to get mooned. So we gotta go ahead and go to the moon. So yeah.
yeah. So the moon. We are going to steal the moon. Um, we're gonna, we gotta, sit on our helmets while we're eating cheeseburgers while at Wendy's popping so many moves on people, while we're at the register checking people out while they're shopping for clothes. We're gonna also have to, drive our cars upside down somehow. We're gonna have to pop something scientifically. We gotta empathize with Donald J. Trump and Joe Biden, and then we gotta, do a lot. We gotta scientifically empathize while watching TV upside down on a ceiling.
Okay, you lost me at the hot dogs because like I'm really just not understanding the concept of the coin because you skipped over that part completely. That's the most like unique part of the trapezoid. And to that, I'm gonna sue you because you just offended my religion. So
I'm sorry. I'm
no.
sorry. Okay. See, religions. I just like to sit on speakers. Okay. See, the speakers. Man, you can find them anywhere, bro. Like, you, bro. I was at McDonald's one time and I looked over and I seen a duck. Okay, and that duck was barking at me, and that barking kind of made me fly while I was at the angle of the door, and I seen that curvature of the ball, and dude, it was and that. the corners on the square, like well on the coin. The corners on the coin were scaring me so much. I kind of I kind of walked to the moon.
Okay, dude, what the flip? Because I'm over here trying to solve my Rubik's Cube, and just a random duck just like barked at me for no reason. And then I saw some guy, he was flying up in the air, and he was like doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like he was flying while hitting the gritty, so I don't know what that was about. So,
Dude,
yeah.
dude, Kendrick Lamar sitting there going to jail while eating cheeseburgers, bro. Bro, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix this, bro. What is this? Why is he going to jail for eating a cheeseburger while at the
Okay,
angle of the door?
I like what you're doing there with the philosophy of the astronomical sense, but we also got to tone it down a little bit because Uncle Larry is still mad about the Rubik's cube, dude. We
Dude,
gotta
Uncle Larry
scientifically
can
prove
can go
the
sit
alien.
can go look at the curvature of a pole.
Net, net. I'm just gonna say net,
A net?
net sages t rebno,
What in the
rebno.
tarnation, Alabama?
So, anyways, dude, what are we doing now? Like, what are we even talking about? You're just yapping, keep on yapping, and to be honest, I'm about done with the big ugly face, man. So if you want to go ahead and just solve the Rubik's Cube, let's go ahead. Because I bet I could solve the Rubik's Cube way faster than you, dude. Like,
Okay,
I'm
bro.
faster.
I give up.